Looking at the screen. Oh. I do love the baby dragon. That one is so cute. You know what it was going to be? Oh, that's awesome, Chris. Thank you, Olive. I appreciate you. Oh, well, thank you, No Name, for also becoming a member over on the Yube of Tubes. Sorry, I have to talk in code because TikTok is a sensitive little creature. And I didn't have all of my stuff started yet, so I didn't see all of the chats yet. Thanks, Anne. Hello, everybody. Yes, W Olives in the chat. Danny, hello. Bishop, hi. We're up and running. Yeah, it's quite possible that it was a gifted sub, guys. I do love those. Those are like the best ones. But it's awesome that you guys are choosing to renew it on your own. And okay, Bishop, I hope you have a good rest of your day. And yes, definitely hugs. And then hi 777. I can't read your username out loud. It might actually make TikTok upsetty spaghetti. Thank you, Matt. Exactly, Jean. So we had No Name in the other chat. John, Jaybird, Ruby, Leonardo, Red J, Steven, and Ruby. Hello, guys. Trying to keep up with all the chats. It's always fun to try to do. It's not always like the easiest thing to do. Everything's looking okay as far as the setup over here. Hey, Blacktivist. No worries. No worries, guys. Oh, gosh, this new super fan thing is very interesting. It is very interesting for sure. People just don't get the joke, do they? You just figured out how to send a heart me, Dagger? Wow. Well, thank you for being here, Dagger. I love it how somebody, so over on the Red app, I posted a new video that everyone on TikTok will see in about an hour and a half. And what I find funny is that somebody literally commented on it with, who cares? Like, exactly. I don't know why Trumpy cares about the issue that I just posted about. Is it? I don't know. Are the regular ones there? Thank you, Dawn. So I know, like I posted in the chat or in the Discord server for everyone that's in the agency. Glitter Bean. Okay, I'll try to remember that. 777. What am I gonna say? Okay. They're holding a live about specifically about the subscription stuff tomorrow, and I gotta try to listen in tomorrow. Super fans. I'll be very happy if the regular subs stay. Super fans. But I mean, it can't always happen, so. Alright, let me clickety click. Hey, that's the good thing about the Red app is you can catch up on any and all lives at any point in time. That is one great thing. That's for sure. It is almost like that because it would be... Oh, that's awesome, Ruby. It's because it's cheaper on other places. It really is. For whatever reason, like, this is what they do, you know? But hey, I don't tell Tiki-Taki what to do. They want to do whatever they want, and then they're weird. It's a true statement. Oof. Last week was definitely a week. All right. Let's see. Well, okay. We'll go ahead and go over some things. There was something that I looked up today that I thought was funny on like a Trump lie. Oh gosh, what was it? It was actually something kind of funny. Oh, guys, do you want to tell me like where the South Korean deal went to? Can anybody tell me where the deal with South Korea went to? Cause that didn't happen. Now Scott Besson is out on national television saying that, oh yeah, we actually never had a deal. They didn't sign anything when they were in the White House. Like, oh, okay. So there wasn't a deal, or was there never a deal? Or it basically Scott Besson was trying to be like, oh my gosh. They were just like, oh my gosh, they got jealous. They got jealous over us making a deal with Japan, which Japan also hasn't signed a deal. So interesting. Oh gosh, and then there was actually a whole other lie that Donald Trump was telling today. Okay, well, it wasn't today. It was when he met with the president of South Korea, right? Where he was talking about, no, there was never a deal for South Korea. He was actually talking about how Biden somehow made it that South Korea didn't have to pay, or they like withdrew from the agreement that's been in place since 2003, where South Korea agreed to pay us some, like partially fund our military defense forces being military armed forces being stationed in South Korea. In fact, it actually went up under Biden's administration. It went up multiple times. Thank you, Moose, for the whale. That's such a pleasant sound in my ear, honestly. It is such a pleasant sound in my ear. Yes, I will put this up for a moment because Bishop is absolutely right. Oh, it's not big enough. That's annoying. Oh, you can read the rest. You guys are so ridiculous. You really, really are. Parkers, I love you. I love you, Parkers. You're the best. It's true. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so I always find it very interesting, all the stuff that I can find out about things. All the truths that are so easy to find.
Damn, I thought I was waiting all day.
Hi,
So
how
how's it
old are
going?
you? How old are you?
How old am I? Old.
Old. You gotta give me an
Almost
eight.
60.
Almost 60.
56 to be exact, yeah.
Okay. Alright. And
Why are you all
because I
Is that what you
can.
do all day?
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you willing and able to accept that Donald Trump has been lying to you in his current administration today?
What? Are you willing to accept that I wouldn't stick my dick in you because you're a liberal?
Ew. I do not consent. See, that requires consent first. And I did not consent to that. Neither did I consent to that being in my ears. That's a very odd statement. See, you're exactly the reason why I really don't talk to TikTokers anymore, because you guys say
Why?
stupid shit. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
And are you supporting Trump?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Hey, what year were you born?
2001.
You're close. Go play a game. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 47.
Awesome. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
Can you turn off the stream in the background?
Oh, I sure can. Hold on.
Thanks.
There you go.
Awesome. And are you willing and able to accept today that Donald Trump is actively lying to you in his current administration?
I don't accept that.
You don't accept that. Okay. So you can't think of any lies that Donald Trump has told ever in his current administration?
No.
Did he end the war in Congo?
I'm not familiar with the war in Congo.
Well, he says he takes credit for ending 7 wars, and he's constantly taking credit for the war in Congo.
I'm not familiar with that topic, so I don't have a view on it.
Okay, so Congo, no view. All right. How about, are you aware that even during Biden's administration, the South Korean government was paying us part of a joint agreement for our military armed forces being stationed in South Korea?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not something that I have
South Korea,
education
okay.
on.
Okay. Well, let's try it this way. I'm sorry. What is something that has you still supporting Trump that you believe he's not lying about? We'll try it that way.
Ask me the question again.
What is something that is a reason for why you're still supporting Trump that you don't think he's lying to you about? We'll try it that way.
Government spending and the fraud
Government spending.
that is sitting in Congress.
What fraud in Congress?
Well, we've had a reroute of funds. We've had over 4,000 Social Security checks that have been going to the unalived, right? We've had debt that's been paid off, to folks that we can't track.
Oh, okay. All right. So which one, can you, well, actually, let's start with this. Can you point me to anyone that's been charged with fraud specifically?
So that's what they're working on, right?
That's what they're working on?
They're going to be, obviously the whole goal is to bring the evidence. But until then, all we know is that the balance sheets don't make sense, right?
The balance sheets don't make sense. And how do we know that? We know that from Doge?
Well, the release of them.
The release of them?
Right? So as Doge committee went to work, they were releasing, right, the numbers for all of us to see from each institution.
And how old are the individuals from Social Security that are still receiving checks? That are supposedly dead?
No, I couldn't tell you the age of those folks, but I could tell you that the folks were definitely deceased, right? And the funds were being routed to accounts that did not have alive individuals.
Okay. So are you unfamiliar with Social Security survivor benefits?
Absolutely. Those are different, right?
Those are different.
Survivor benefit. Yeah, no. Survivor benefits are given to the wives or children of. But again, we're talking about thousands and thousands of folks that were unalive, that had been proven unalive, that were receiving
They've been
funds.
proven unalive? Can you point me where the proof is?
Well, that's in their record checks, right? That's exactly why they're saying correct. Well, when they went back to track, the folks that were currently receiving funds and were not, those individuals, those bank accounts had not had activity, and those funds that they were supposed to be receiving to the person with that account were going to other accounts. I mean, and that'll all come out in the long term, right? That's all going to come out in the long term.
Okay, so you're just hoping and praying that it's going to be proven true?
I believe that. I mean, I believe in the government, and I believe in the teams that work. Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. It's very interesting. So everything that I've ever looked up, and it's still proven even through today, about the claim that somebody that's 350 years old, because this is what Donald Trump said in front of a joint session of Congress, is that there was a 350-year-old individual receiving Social Security still. He said there was a couple hundred, 250-year-olds, thousands of people over the age of 150 still receiving Social Security checks, and none of this is true. Do you happen to know when the Social Security Administration was first founded?
I don't. But my question is, why are you saying that it's not true? Is there a source
It's
out there that I could look at to be able to authenticate which people were receiving Social Security, or is there a site that's available where we can authenticate the information?
Yeah, so I actually have one. It's from the Center for Retirement Research at Boston College. There's one where they actually did a pretty thorough address of all of the claims that Trump and Trump made in front of with Elon, right, in front of the joint session of Congress. 150-year-olds aren't getting Social Security. Here's a better task for Doge. It's also been put up on Politico, factcheck.org, Newsweek, AP News, Reuters, BBC, Al Jazeera. Like, plenty of news publications have actually looked into it and explained it as well. So the Social Security Administration started in 1935. So even at that point, you know, if somebody was 50-year-old, then they could start collecting Social Security when the first checks went out in 1941. The oldest somebody could be receiving Social Security would be 150 years old. It would be literally impossible for someone to be 250 years old in the system or 350 years old in the system. 350 years old is older than the country. 250 years old is actually older than the country itself.
Correct. And
Yeah.
very intriguing.
Yeah,
I
but
like that.
Donald Trump still said it in front of a joint session of Congress. So can you acknowledge that he's lied to you about that?
I'm gonna have to. I will have to check all of the facts, but I'll definitely do that. I'm a liberal that is all about the issues and not party related. So I certainly would love to look at that. I will definitely do my research.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good to know at least. So let's see. You just mentioned that. What was the other part of the government spending that you were talking about?
Well, then you've got your Department of Education, right? Now that's a dirty dog, right? Because how much money has been being routed through there for, foreign affairs? Then you've got your Department of Foreign Affairs. How much money, right, was shoveled under that one?
So
And, like I said,
DOE money or use to route money to foreign countries?
oh, that was definitely happening, unfortunately. Look at Ukraine, right? I mean, that was just kind of sad.
I can still hear the stream in the background, by the way.
Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
it is a little bit distracting.
Yeah, no worries. I apologize.
Yeah, so what money did they send to Ukraine?
So they were sending Ukraine payments, right, for weapons, and they were putting it under a different budget line, and that was one of the big outcries.
Should be an interesting one. Oh, interesting. Wow. This is always very interesting to find these things. Let's see. Okay. That one doesn't say anything about Ukraine, but can't find anything. Oh, you hung up. Where'd she go? Darn it. I don't often get to speak to a woman Trump voter. Where'd she go? She left me. I was enjoying this. I was enjoying the conversation. Guys, you're tagging my second account in the comments. It's me. It's not the lady that was on the phone. Feel free to follow it though. Oh gosh. I didn't know what to, I've not heard some of this stuff before. But I can't find anything about them funneling money through the Department of Education to Ukraine for weapons. That's a new one. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, okay. Sorry. How old are you?
21.
Okay, did you vote for Trump? Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you? Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yo,
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22. And did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what year were you born?
I was born in 2002.
Okay. And so are you willing and able to accept today that Donald Trump is lying to you in his current administration?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me 3 lies.
I mean, like, he hasn't helped with, like, immigration. I feel like his immigration policies, I don't know.
Like what? How do you mean he
It's
hasn't
kinda
held
like
to
shit.
his...
And then,
How do you mean he hasn't held to his immigration policies?
I mean, like, I was at Home Depot the other day, and I mean, like, I don't know what's happening with the immigration policies.
Like,
I don't think they're working.
they're not working? What immigration policies?
Ah,
Do you mean like you're not
everything
seeing
wrong
enough
with-
deportations? Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And like what else? Like that's one lie, I guess. What's the next 2?
Honestly, that's the only thing that like really pisses me off. Everything else
Oh.
is pretty cool. He's a pretty
Okay.
good guy.
All right, man. Well, you don't sound like a real person. So I did disconnect you. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you?
Awesome. How old are you?
45.
45. That's great. And are you still supporting Trump?
Yes.
Thank you, Marco. And are you willing and able to accept today that Donald Trump is lying to you in his current administration?
Well, I'm sure there's some things that he could probably fact check and whatnot, but
Okay.
it's just kind of like anything else. It's open to interpretation.
Open to interpretation?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Interesting. So is the war in Congo over?
Well, like most callers, we're real. The international politics, the less we involve ourselves, the better, as far as we're concerned.
Oh, but Donald Trump is taking credit for ending 7 wars, the war in Congo being one of them. So is the war in Congo over?
It was over before it began, as far as we're concerned, because
As far as we're concerned, are you... If I explain to
who are they
you
at
that
war
there's
with?
still
This is-
Rwanda, sir. Specifically, I believe the militia which is funded by and like literally been proven and like that they are funding them. It's funded by the government of Rwanda. Actively killed people just 3 weeks ago. So,
well, whose side are you on? That's my question.
oh, sir, I'm on the side of the truth. The truth is that the war in Congo is still ongoing. Even though Donald Trump has constantly told everybody, and this is not a new thing, right? He's been telling everybody for months now that he's ended all of these wars, including the one between the DRC and Rwanda. And yet they're
That's
still
one where-
actively being killed, so...
Well, I guess it depends on if it's not an official war. I guess he ended it.
It
because
is
was
still
over
an
before it
official
began.
war.
Well, it's a war by proxy. You just said that.
No, it is an official war. The Congo never said that their declaration of war ended, so it is still an official war.
Well, the Congo needs to get over there and kick Rwanda's butt. We don't need to be
Oh,
involved.
so more war. Interesting. Okay. So how about his lie when he met with South Korean president, saying that somehow Biden stopped them from helping assisting in us funding our armed forces being in South Korea.
You know, I have an interesting piece of information on that. Rumor has it that there was actually they invited one of those K-pop bands, and it totally distracted from the meeting. And Trump was really getting into it because, you know, he's got good dance moves, and that kind of derailed the whole negotiation.
I didn't bring up a negotiation.
Because all of a sudden, he's trying to tell them, come to the table, we want peace, we want to work this out. And then next thing you know, they're like, American, listen to our K-pop. And the whole thing fell off the rails. So
what am I talking about?
Talking about the Korean government bringing out their K-pop. It's like a...
No, I didn't ask what you were talking about. I asked what was I talking about.
You're assuming that Trump didn't get a deal with the Koreans, and I...
No, that's not even what I said in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. I thought that's what you said. That
nope.
You took credit for a
nope.
deal that didn't happen.
No, it's actually, I was referring to the SMA.
Is that the China-India?
Nope. It's the Special Measures Agreement.
Okay, well, I still think K-pop played a part in this, the whole negotiating falling apart. That's the source I got.
Gotcha. So what you're telling me is if I go back and watch this, that somehow there was a K-pop band in the Oval Office, huh? I know, that's a pretty good one, Queen.
Bring their, he might have brought something along that I wasn't aware of, but we'll put that in the lie department. Yeah, that was a total lie. I agree with you.
Oh, what that? So
put that on the ledger.
What are we agreeing that was a lie?
That he didn't get the agreement that he said he had, and you thought it was close. Sometimes it's just like saying it's like in sports. You say, well, we're on the precipice of championship. You don't win the championship. Well, you're trying to motivate your team.
Do you think it was really important for Donald Trump to post not once but twice today that the NFL changed their kickoff procedure and it's a really bad thing, and boo the NFL but yay college football?
No, I actually like the kickoff thing. So if Trump's on that, I'm totally vehemently against that, because now they're actually returning kicks this year, which is actually pretty exciting.
Yeah, he's actually it's actually funny. I made a post about it today because I thought it was pretty hilarious that the President of the United States thinks it's so important to talk about how a football teams do kickoffs on their official games that he made not one but two True Social posts about it. 20 minutes apart.
You never know. He might be gambling up in the Oval Office too. He might have not covered a spread.
Oh.
Because of, a muff punt or something, muff kickoff.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So what province of Canada are you from?
I'm from the Great White North, called Wisconsin.
Okay. All right, man. I hope you were having fun trolling a little bit.
No, except
I don't know if you were real. It was weird. Anyways, Jaden, sure, if that's what you want. If you outwardly want a dictatorship, you do, you Pookie Pie. I don't. Don't wish that upon me. And then consulting, yes. It's not propaganda. The phone number is real. I know this is hard for people to understand, but when I'm actually on the phone with another person, I turn the phone on Do Not Disturb so that we're not constantly hearing the beep, beep every 2 seconds. Because I have over 20,000 missed calls. I don't think you understand. Like, it's a lot. Okay. But we'll open them back up for you. Maybe you can get your call in. I don't know. But thank you for the $2, guys. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
I already have a ride.
Sorry, I can't hear you over my own voice in the background.
That's okay, I stopped it.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm almost 40.
You're almost 40? Okay. And are you still supporting Trump?
I guess so. Who's the other person to support?
You don't have to support anybody like I don't. See, when we have a whole administration and Congress, they're all Republicans, right? Or at least they're all loyalists to Trump. They're acting like it at least. And I personally don't support the Trump administration. So I have the choice to support the Trump administration or to not support them. I choose to not support them. So, since you are in support of the Trump administration and specifically Donald Trump, are you willing and able to accept today that Donald Trump is lying to you actively in his current administration?
About. Well, I just called because this said MAGA support hotline. What type of support do you have for MAGA?
Yes, I'm trying to get you to come to the acceptance of Donald Trump actively lying to you.
Okay, that's fine. Doesn't everyone lie here and there or something?
What do you get out of saying that, mind you?
Well, there's like who doesn't lie?
So what do you get out of saying who doesn't lie?
Like, aren't you guilty of lying? Haven't you lied before?
When I ask you if Donald Trump has been lying to you, and you respond with, "Doesn't everybody?" What does that do for you?
It's normal.
It's
people
normal.
lie.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Biden
when I'm asking
lies,
you, when I'm
Kamala
asking
lies,
you
they all lie.
specifically about Donald Trump and him lying because he is the active president and he is someone that you agree that you actively support, and now you are attempting to normalize it with deflecting and saying that everybody lies. So it's okay that he
deflecting
lies
anything.
because everybody lies. Is that right?
No, which president didn't lie? Hasn't Biden and Kamala been lying? Don't they all lie? What's the difference?
Oh, well, Kamala Harris was never president, so that's an odd take. So I can't say
Well,
that
she
there
was
was any
running
president.
for it.
I
So
can't
was
say
Hillary.
I can't say that there was any president that didn't lie. But I don't understand
Exactly.
why everybody thinks that that's an excuse to allow Donald Trump to tell lies that are actually harmful to the American people.
We couldn't stop the lies Biden did. We couldn't stop the lies Hillary or
And
so-and-so
what? So let's try
or
this.
Bill or
Let's
Bush.
try this.
It's not
Calm
like we
down.
could
It's
stop
okay,
it.
buddy. It's okay. So let's try this. What
Calm
is
down,
what is a
buddy.
lie?
Okay,
What is a
woman.
lie that that
What is a
Biden
woman?
told you? What is a lie that
Uh-huh.
Biden told you that was harmful to the American people?
I guess we could Google it. There was plenty of lies, supposedly. He said he was going to, I don't know, bring the troops home. He said he wasn't going to, I don't know, make our border unsecure. He said he was going to focus, I guess, on us, but he focused on other countries besides us. He said he was going to make the money come to the people or to the homeless, and it goes to other countries. He says there's plenty of lies. I'm pretty sure if we look it up, there's probably thousands of lies.
Yeah, none of that is actually things that he said or that he promised to do. So, how about when Donald Trump said that there would be no cuts to Social Security or Medicaid and Medicare?
But I thought there's no tax on tips in Las Vegas, like he said. I thought there's a plenty of stuff
In
that
Las
he actually
Vegas?
did.
That's odd. No, I'm not talking about the stuff that he did. I'm talking about the lies that he told that are inherently harmful to people.
Okay, so what's so harmful that he said?
Yeah, I just told you. Were you listening?
Well, refreshing my memory, it didn't sound like it was harmful. Say it again. What did he say that's so harmful?
He told the American people that there were going to be no cuts to Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP, EBT benefits. And yet, within H.R. 1, aka the One Big Beautiful Bill, there are those cuts to those programs.
Well, we should look into it. I'm pretty sure there's a reason
Oh, we should
for
look
everything.
into it.
Of course. We should educate
Oh,
ourselves and
so
look into
just
things
because
before we
there's a
start jumping to
reason to
conclusions.
everything, it's
Calm down,
okay.
calm down, relax,
It's
it's
okay
okay.
for 10 to 17 million people, individuals within our country, including children, to lose their health
I'm pretty
insurance.
sure it was worse with Biden. I'm pretty sure it was worse with Obama.
Worser isn't a word, sir.
Well, whatever, it's fine. I know you understand what I'm saying, though. You don't have
I
to be
don't
so,
if
you
you're
know,
not
technical
using
or-
correct English.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you don't understand what I'm saying then?
No, not when you're
smell
using
me
incorrect
or
English.
You feel me? I guess other people would
I
understand.
don't
that,
feel
but
you. You would
wouldn't.
have to be in person.
Exactly.
I actually
You don't
do feel my
understand the
own
younger
skin. Like
people,
I
guess.
feel
You don't
this.
understand the lingo. You're like
How old
just
did you
in a
say you were
different world.
again?
You're in a different world.
How old did you say you were
I think
again?
you got your panties in a bunch. Go
How
get your
old did you
cranberry
say you
juice.
were in
You
again?
have that Trump derangement syndrome, and
How
you're
old
just stuck
did you
on
say
Trump,
you
I
were in
guess.
again? How old are you again?
It's okay if you don't like Charlie Kirk.
How old are you again?
Okay, we like Charlie Kirk.
How old?
Remember
Were you the
that.
person who said that you're almost 40?
You obviously
No, that was
do
the
not
last
like
guy.
Charlie Kirk.
Got
You
it.
have an
Oh, this is a
agenda
very
to
weird
bash
one.
Trump or Christianity. You're
This is a
obviously
very
not a
odd
Christian.
one.
Yeah, you're obviously not a Christian.
Oh,
You're just here
goodness.
to try to bash
Oh, and by the way, guys, I didn't know that Gatorade was now cranberry juice. That's a new one to learn today. It's very interesting. Oh, wow.
You are a cancer.
Wow.
Just like Sean Strickland says. That's
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, you're gonna
Wow.
have to go because you're a problem.
Oh, he said, you said you were 42 years old, and you're saying that I don't understand the young lingo? Sir, you're older than me. You're significantly older than me. This is so odd. He's not even engaging in anything. He's just going off. Wow. Are you, sir, I think you didn't take your medication today. Oh, there is the awkward. There is the awkward laugh. Yeah. I wish it was. It was a voicemail, Xennial. I wish it was. This is now cranberry juice? I just want to be clear. This is now cranberry juice? This is now cranberry juice? Oh, now I gotta drop you. You can't say those words. I didn't know that Gatorade is now cranberry juice. It's blue. Isn't cranberry juice red? I don't know what his beef was with cranberry juice, but he seemed to be quite obsessed with individual sexuality, though. That's quite weird. Yes, Freedom. In fact, he was very emotional, and I mean, I'm the one that was emotional, but I kept the same tonal inflection the entire time. Goodness me, like, what did I say that set him off so much? Woof. Thank you, though, Freedom, for the $9.99. Guys, really quick, 1 second, Tiki-Talkie. If you're over on Twitch, we have bits that you can send. Also, you can become a subscriber. If you're over on YouTube, we have memberships and super chats available if you become a new member. I do put it up on the screen since we're up and going. Everything's up and running now. And if you send a super chat, that also goes up on the screen. It might take me a moment. It might be after the phone call for me to address it, but I will address it. And if we're over here on Tiki-Talkie, guys, we do have subscriptions available. We do have gifts available at any time. We have this fun little tiny gift goal going on. If you guys want to help complete that, that's great. Also, there are 600 people in here. I know that out of 600 people, we can get another 25 new followers. Also, you guys should be tapping the screen. Why are we not at 50,000 likes yet? And we have 600 people in here. Come on now. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hey, yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 40 years old. How about yourself?
40. I'm 30. And
Okay.
Are you still supporting Trump?
Of course I support Trump.
You are. Okay. Awesome. So are you willing and able to accept today that Donald Trump is actively lying to you in his current administration?
No. Can you explain more?
Can I? Sure. Would you like me to do international or national affairs?
Let's go with national.
National. Okay. How about no tax on Social Security? He said that was in the one big beautiful bill, but it wasn't.
So what is in there?
What is in there? Well, not no tax on Social Security.
Are there any tax deductions when you pay your Social Security next year? No, there's none? That's strange.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Okay, what else isn't in there?
Thank you, Nick, for gifting a a membership. Well, I just need to make sure that. Can you just acknowledge really quickly that Donald Trump lied about no tax on Social Security?
Well, I think you're actually lying to the audience.
So what page is it on? Out of the 330 pages, what page can I find it on of HR1?
Sure, it's on page 218.
Congress.gov 218. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Oh no, I need you to give me the results for page 218. Interesting. There's nothing on page 218 that has the word Social Security with it.
Oh, I think you need to make your font size a bit smaller. Maybe your 218 is different than my 218.
No, sir. I'm talking about the 331 page bill that was signed into law.
Right. So just zoom out a little bit.
I don't have to zoom out. It's not about zooming out, sir. It doesn't make the font.
I'm saying,
it doesn't
if you
make
zoom
the
out,
pages.
it'll make your font size a bit smaller.
Oh.
And make.
So it's not on page 218.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We may have differing font sizes.
That's not how that works on a PDF file.
Well, I'm just recommending a quick fix, a temporary.
That's not how it works on a PDF file. A PDF file is the same on every computer.
Well, you're the Democrat, so you're the PDF file.
Oh, I'm not a Democrat.
Oh, what are you?
I'm an unaffiliated voter.
You're an unaffiliated voter. Who did you vote for in the last election?
Can you tell me something real quick? I'm happy to answer you, but I just want to answer you. No, I'm happy to answer it. Does voting for one party or another make you associated completely with that party?
Well, no. Well, that's one part of my question. I was going to ask you who you voted for before that, and then before that, and we'll see if there's some sort of pattern.
Have you ever heard of Gregory Murphy or Tom Tillis?
Hold on. Stop
Have you
asking
ever heard of? No, this is an important question. Have you ever heard of Gregory Murphy?
You would answer my question after I answered.
Yes, I voted for Harris. Now, have you heard of Gregory Murphy? Have you heard of Gregory Murphy or Tom Tillis?
Now, did you vote for Joe Biden?
No, sir. Okay. No one can hear you now unless you answer my direct question. Have you heard of Gregory Murphy or Tom Tillis? Yes or no?
No, were they on the ticket in 2024?
Oh, Tom Tillis wasn't, because he was elected into office as a Republican in Congress in 2020, who I voted for in 2020. Gregory Murphy was, though, because he's a Republican in the House of Representatives, and as we know, they get reelected every 2 years. So, yes, indeed, sir.
So you voted for Republicans?
Yes, sir. And I also voted for a Democrat. Oh my God. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this so crazy how someone can be unaffiliated and vote for both parties? Isn't that just totally wackadoodle?
Well, who'd you vote for
I just couldn't believe it. It's so crazy. Wow. It's so crazy to me, guys, that somebody could vote both ways.
I know the answer. I think I could derive the answer from that.
Yeah.
That little tangent you went on, the little cross shot you just
So
had.
just because I voted for Joe Biden in 2020, but also voted for Gregory Murphy and Tom Tillis in 2020 as well. Hey, sir, are you okay? Are you I'm trying this again. So if I voted for Joe Biden, who yes was a registered Democrat, but I also voted for Tom Tillis and Gregory Murphy in 2020 as well. Oh goodness, am I ever going to be able to finish a question?
Sure, after you answer my question.
No, so I thought we were doing you ask a question, I ask a question, so now I'm trying to ask mine. No, I already did answer your one question, and then you haven't answered my follow-up question.
I answered plenty
So
of
you're not
questions.
able to? Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I don't think I'll try. Guys over on TikTok, stop tagging the account that's on the panel, because it's just me. It's just me, guys. It's just me. Yeah. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
38.
You're 38. Awesome. And are you supporting Trump?
Yes.
You are. Okay. And so let's see here. Are you willing and able to accept today that Donald Trump is lying to you in his current administration?
Yes, somewhat.
Somewhat. Can you name me 3 lies that he's told in his current administration?
Well, he's not fully, I think, going with his, like, closing the borders.
Can you speak up a
I
little
know that.
bit? It's a little hard for me to hear you, which means I know it's hard for everyone to hear you. Oh, or just hang up. Okay. We'll take another caller. No, Ty just wouldn't hang up when I asked him to speak up more. He would just literally start yelling. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
30.
30. And are you still supporting Trump?
Yeah, I would say so.
And are you willing and able to admit today that Donald Trump is actively lying to you in his current administration?
Yeah, I believe he lies about several things.
Okay. Can you give me 3 lies?
Do. For one, and the one big one that I guess think about often is still taking foreign interests to mind when making decisions.
Can you elaborate on that one?
Yeah, so like with Israel, with Ukraine, with the Congo, as you were mentioning earlier, which is a proxy war from China. I just think that we shouldn't be involved with these things at all. I think that we should be spending and allocating our funds to our homeland.
Cool. Okay. So we're talking about Israel. So at this point, are you aware that the United States, with how much we fund Israel, we basically pay for their social programs like their universal health care?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. So what's 2 more lies?
That's gonna be the main one. But I heard you talking earlier about wanting someone to explain what lies Biden was saying, and you said that he didn't say that
there was a
going to have an
qualifier
open
that I put there. What was the qualifier that I put there? There was a specific word that I used when I was asking about Biden and his lies. Do you know what word it was?
I do not.
You don't know. Gotcha. And just to be clear, I'm not the one that brought up any of the points. It was another person that did. It wasn't me. So I specifically asked, what lies did Biden tell that were harmful to the American people?
Yes.
Yes.
I do remember that. Yes.
Okay.
And when he said that we were not going to have an open border.
And when did he say that? Can I find that quote? Can I find that? Where can I find that quote?
It's in his third debate. In his
third debate, Joe Biden said we're not going to have an open border.
And then the border czar Kamala said it many a times, said that we do not have a crisis at the border. The border is secure.
Oh, and are you aware that Customs and Border Protection, the people that man the border, they themselves said that we did not have an open border? Are you not aware of that? That they said it in 2024, 2023, 2022, and 2021? This is reported on with BBC, Newsweek, Al Jazeera, Reuters, Politico.
That would have been a very cherry-picked
it would have been a very cherry-picked interview. Interesting. No, because I don't think you understand that the Customs and Border Protection. What exactly is it that they keep track of on their website? Hey, Ryan.
Would you argue that 10 to 20 million illegal immigrants crossed the border in caravans?
No, incorrect.
During the Biden administration.
So again, let's be very clear. CBP is also addressed. CBP and DHS have also clearly addressed these accusations of caravans crossing the border, and they've been very clear that while they are aware of caravans making the journey to the American border, southern border, giddy up, they've always dispersed prior to making it to our southern border with Mexico. Have always dispersed. This has always been the case. Okay.
So you're saying.
So now, can you tell me what exactly? Where can I find? No, the caravans themselves break up because it would be almost impossible for the caravans to make it across the southern border without being intercepted by CBP or National Guard or the Mexican military on their side of the border. And giddy up, I know that was late. Sorry, Emily. So now can you try to tell me, like, what is it exactly that CBP, Customs and Border Protection, keeps a track of on their website?
I'm sorry, you broke up there. What'd you say?
What exactly does Customs and Border Protection keep track of on their website? Do they keep track of crossings?
Are you? I mean, they do, obviously.
Oh, where?
But
where can I find that number? Can you tell me where I can find that number?
There were
okay, let me see.
thousands of openings.
Does Customs and Border Protection keep track of
encounters?
Border
They don't keep up with how many people.
Oh, and how does
DHS
and then how does DHS and CBP keep track? How do they define encounters? Do you know?
By making contact.
No, there's actually a very specific definition to encounters.
Okay, well, so just because you're prepared with a computer in front of you that you know the exact term,
it's also just because I've researched it, but I want to go ahead and read it to everybody just for the sake of reading it, because people have an inherent misunderstanding of what a border encounter is and what it actually means. So I am going to go ahead and put it up on the screen for everybody, and just to show that I am on DHS's website, we're going to go ahead and go all the way up to the top. Home Office of Homeland Security Statistics. This is their glossary. Now we're just going to drop back down to the E's. All right, encounters is the sum of U.S. Border Patrol Title 8 apprehensions, Office of Field Operations Title 8 inadmissibles, and aliens processed for expulsions under Title 42 authority by USBP or OFO, the Office of Field Operations, right? And then if we look at enforcement encounter, it's because that's a second definition, okay? A U.S. Border Patrol encounter or an Office of Field Operations encounter with the disposition other than those defined as administrative encounters, including all encounters resulting in expulsion pursuant to Center Disease Control Title 42 Public Health Order. So that one, enforcement encounter, is very specific to when we were under C-19 and under Title 42, which was ended by the United States Supreme Court on May 11, 2023. Sorry, I have random dates in my head that I just keep track of. So now when we actually look at what the actual definition of encounter is, when you're talking about the 8.4 million, and I understand you had your number wrong, 8.4 million border encounters that were kept track of on CBP's website from October 2020 through September 30th of 2024, because the government's fiscal year is not by the calendar year, so we have to go based off of the fiscal year. It was 8.4 million border encounters during that time. That means that 8.4 million people were rejected.
Okay, so
do you understand that? Yes or no?
So do you think that
Do you understand that? Yes or no?
I do. I completely understand.
Awesome. So can you admit that you lied or you were being at least misleading?
Are you going to let me explain?
All right. Can you admit that you lied or that you were being misleading?
Okay. Are you taking into account Asylum, and are you taking into account the millions of people
I'm taking into account the definition of encounters. So since we know that, guess what? CBP and DHS do not keep track of crossings. We have to go based off of what they actually keep track of, which is encounters, apprehensions, and deportations. So now when we look at again from encounters,
has a ratio that they use to determine how many encounters they use a ratio.
So from what you understand, where can I find that?
They use a ratio to determine how many encounters versus how many they were missed.
Oh, they have some mythical ratio that I've never heard of. That's very interesting. Where can I find this mythical ratio that I've never heard of?
Find it on their website.
I mean, I am on Department of Homeland Security's website, so I would love to find this mythical ratio that I've never heard of before. So can you point me in that direction? It's not me being magical. It's just asking you to cite your source or back up your claim here.
Well,
are you able to do that?
Yep. While I get that source for you, how about you explain the asylum?
Asylum, cool. 8 U.S. Code 1158. It's a legal process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how many were granted asylum during Biden's administration?
Oh, plenty of people. I don't know the exact number. Are you
Well,
now
you know the
saying
exact
that?
number of encounters. I would like to know how many
because
asylum.
that's a normal conversation that I
Because
have
during
because
during
people
Biden
like you aren't
administration,
educated enough
Border
to know
Patrol,
what an encounter is.
Because I don't know the definition of encounter.
I mean, this has been a
based on
hot
Border Patrol.
topic since like Donald Trump first said that he was going to rerun for presidency in 2023. So I would imagine since 2023, somebody would have at least done their research, but apparently not you.
Would you say that illegal crossings have decreased since Trump took?
It's an unquantifiable number, sir. Illegal border crossings are unquantifiable.
How would you? Why would you say that?
Why would I say that? Because there's no way to know. That's why they're called illegal, because we don't know that they encountered here. They came through unauthorized, right? They came in through a non-port of entry. So since they are in fact undocumented immigrants, we don't know where they crossed throughout the southern border. It's an unquantifiable number. We have no way to keep track of it.
So would you say that there's less open points of entry at the southern border now versus Biden's administration?
No, still wouldn't say that either.
You're awesome.
So you're setting the claim that Trump has not sealed off the border at all. Would you say that during Biden's administration that the border was too easy to cross?
No, sir. See,
Okay,
I think
so
people have
a
holistically misunderstanding. So when I see that there was 8.4 million border encounters during one administration, what that tells me is a couple things, but primarily that Customs and Border Protection was doing their job. And so therefore they were able to stop all of these individuals, because this includes non-port of entries, right? So this is including people that attempted to cross the border through illegal means, right, through a non-port of entry. And so again, what this tells me is that Customs and Border Protection was actually doing their job, and also was probably well assisted by because we had National Guard members out there during the Biden administration as well, but also assisted by the Mexican government and their military armed forces that were on the other side of the border, which they had more military armed forces from the Mexican government on the southern border on the Mexican side under the Biden administration than what he got them to agree to with the Trump administration.
I believe that's a lie, but I don't have a way to look up the statistics, so I can't argue it.
The Biden administration agreed with the Mexican government to have 15,000 Mexican military at the southern border, whereas Donald Trump only negotiated for 10,000.
So would you say that the Mexican military is better at border control than our guys are?
No, I wasn't saying that. I literally just said that they both did their job. That's exactly what it means when we have Customs and Border Protection encountering all of these people, is that CBP and DHS and the National Guard were all doing their jobs. How interesting.
You still haven't addressed asylum, because during the Biden
asylum is a legal process.
During the Biden administration, it was notoriously known. All of the Border Patrol was given interviews that they were directed.
Yeah,
that
they're
if someone
required
said the word asylum.
They're
that if someone said the word asylum, they got their information, set a court date, and released them into the country.
Yeah, they're required to do so.
Today, they are apprehended. They are kept until that court date, and they determine whether or not they are available for asylum.
Gotcha.
That's where the
right, and I would argue that that's inhumane.
Alcatraz. Well, that might be an argument, but you're arguing that the the border was
Are you
more
not
secure,
aware
or
that CBP officers give a credible fear hearing when somebody makes a claim for asylum? And out of that, under the Biden administration, we saw that it was a 61% rejection rate, which means only 39% of them were actually granted asylum. See, this is another statistic that I keep in my head because individuals such as yourself don't actually know enough about asylum or the claim that they make. And you've already proven that by the fact that you're not aware that CBP is required already to give a credible fear hearing when somebody wants to make a claim for asylum when they're stopped at a border, or even through a non-port of entry, because that's allowed within the asylum law, U.S. 8 U.S. Code 1158.
so the dozens of Border Patrol agents that Candace Owens interviewed that all said that if
yeah, no.
Okay, so are you saying
we're not doing that? Yeah. Such an interesting one. Candace Owens is also a known liar that knowingly tells lies, that she's been fact-checked multiple times on many different things. I encourage everybody to fact-check everything that I'm saying and then make their own points of claims, where she just says that she is the arbiter of all that is truth, right? And also Candace Owens, using Candace Owens as your point of proof is just so interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry.
Watching
So wait,
illegal
hold on.
immigrants
How
cross.
many? Can you help me out real quick? How many new miles of border wall did Trump build under his administration?
Once again, I don't know the
You
exact
don't
number of
know?
feet. That,
Okay. Do you happen to know how many miles of border we have with Mexico?
A lot. I would say somewhere around 1,500.
More than that, actually. It's 1,943.
Okay,
And
that's
Donald
well.
Trump only built 52 miles of new border wall. He did repair 449 miles of border wall that was already built under the previous administrations. So when you're talking about, oh, we saw this on video that they were constructing this wall, we don't know for a
No,
fact
not
if
the
it was.
constructing the wall. First off, I said under the Biden administration, she interviewed dozens of Border Patrol agents, and they were all saying the same thing, that they have direct orders from their chain of command that if someone says the word asylum, they take their name, whatever name they give them, even if they don't have an ID, whatever name they say, they write the name down.
Cool. Where's the memo?
Hand them a piece of paper.
Where's the memo that I can find that proves this to be a fact?
I mean, you're going to have to be a journalist.
Where's the memo that I can find? Oh, I don't have to. It's already been proven to be incorrect and lying, right? So, see, here's the things that I love about people. Yeah, this has already been proven to be a lie. So, like, people don't realize that there are individuals such as yourself that make these claims on a daily basis, especially to me. Border is literally all you all know how to talk about when people call into my stream. It's the thing I hear every single day, and people love to talk about it and talk my ear off about it for at least an hour and a half of my entire stream, because that's all you guys have. That's all you guys know. And so when people do this, when people do this, I'm able to research everything and I happen to retain the knowledge. So there is actually no memo that said that. The only memo that was actually put out that people could reference from the Department of Homeland Security, Director, Secretary of Homeland Security under Biden, right, who is Mayorkas, because people forget that that was his name, was Mayorkas, right, that he put out, is that was a different priority when they were doing deportations, where their priority under the C-19 time when Title 42 was in effect for specific deportations from picking up people within the country by ICE, right? So ICE's direct orders were to focus on individuals that have been convicted of crimes, and those were the people that they were focused on deporting out of this country because they were known and they could be found. And since we were under a nationwide global pandemic, it was the safest thing for our ICE agents at the time. Yeah.
I farm for a living. So you want to say that I don't know about what's going on at the border, because I'm uneducated. I might be a random
No,
person.
you just didn't do any of research. So like, you see how I
Okay,
also
I'm
I
gonna tell
encouraged
you
everybody.
personal
I
experience that you
encouraged
don't have.
everybody
How much? Okay, how
anecdotal.
much?
Okay, I'm gonna help you out with something. I'm gonna help you out with something, and I know this is gonna be hard for you to hear. Okay. I would encourage you at any point in time to just do a simple Google search. Are anecdotal stories evidence? And the point of it is, the answer is no. Anecdotal stories are not evidence because they are not provable. And so what you did is you relied on Candace Owens telling you one thing. You didn't ever do any research or look it up at any other point in time. So you just relied on her saying something, whereas the difference is here is I've encouraged every single one of all of my viewers across all of my platforms that I'm streaming on to in fact check me at any point in time. You seem to have done this under the Biden administration. I assume this interview probably occurred in 2023 or early 2024. I don't know. If it occurred sooner than that, then shame on you for having never fact checked it, right? But everything's been fact checked and debunked. And yes, Candace Owens has also walked back a lot of the things that she said. And if you're going to start on your anecdotal story, I'm not listening to it because the fact that it's not fact checkable is inherently the problem, and that's why it's called anecdotal.
Okay. Well, millions of other Americans have the same experience as me, where we have.
Boring. Itano, is there a way to flag returning callers as rational/cooperative to give them preference in order to dissuade the obnoxious talk over inclined? So I do save some of the callers, but if I don't save them like as soon as they call in and it refreshes, I can't ever get back to their call because of how many people call in while I'm on Do Not Disturb. So it's very rare for me to be able to save callers. I do have a few people saved that I will actually answer again. So it's just whenever they call in. And there are some people that I have saved that I don't want to answer again, and I have that marked too. So there is that.
Some of the callers.
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, can you stop the stream?
Do what?
Can you stop the stream in the background?
So it's.
Oh yeah, yep. Sorry.
Okay. How old are you?
Am I talking to you?
You are.
I'm about to be 30.
Okay. And are you still supporting Trump?
No, actually, I'm a liberal.
I do have a few people saved.
I just got one question.
Sup?
If you're okay with that.
Yeah, ask away.
I'm wondering why, if the Democrats always had the Epstein client list, why would you not drop it to hurt Trump's feelings and make him look bad when you already had it for the past, 12 years?
They couldn't.
And I don't even think Bush, honestly, was a Republican.
I'll help you out with this, because this is why I never even talk about it. Can you please stop the stream in the background? Or turn it down?
Yeah, I got it off.
Okay. Well, it keeps playing and I can keep hearing it. Okay. So there's a couple of reasons. There was an active, ongoing investigation and trial, and then now it's still in the appeals process. So even, this is my issue with everybody asking for it, technically Donald Trump shouldn't release it either because it could be used by Maxwell to get her case overturned and restart her trial. So, and then it'll be stuck, never being released again. Because active investigation.
But they could have released it. Our team could have released it a long time ago.
No, I gave you my answer, man.
Done all this.
It's legality.
Done and over with by now, and it would have made Trump look pretty bad. And
it's
we
legality.
Didn't release it.
That's cool. It's legality.
Yeah, no, I studied a lot.
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. How old are you?
37.
All right. And are you still supporting Trump?
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. All right. Really quickly, if you don't mind, do you mind if I just give a quick PSA?
Not at all, ma'am.
Okay. TikTok, I'm going to mute you for half a second. Don't freak out. If you are watching me over on the portrait stream of the live on YouTube,